My topic: HarperCollins publishes Smut. Canada's HarperCollins published a book that was rejected by 41 U.S. publishers because of its content. This is the kind of content that it was rejected for containing. Among other indecently provocative themes, sexual assault and faux incest. By faux incest is meant not actual incest, but some kind of flirtation with the notion, according to the author of the book, John Colapinto. This author has written for The New Yorker, Vanity Fair, and Rolling Stone magazine. And so it is unlikely that the 41 U.S. publishing houses rejected him because they thought he was just another wannabe writer submitting another amateur manuscript. Can you imagine how polluted a book has to be in order for it to be rejected by publishing houses in the USA today? Canada will publish it though, because we are on the cutting edge of smut up here, I guess. Not surprisingly, Colapinto likes to read books by Philip Roth and John Updike. He claims to be in the path of Nabokov when that author wrote Lolita, which is another thing that he should be too ashamed to admit. He says that he is pushing the boundaries with elegance and skill. Probably his skills are very limited. And you know exactly what I mean if you've read some of the stories that The New Yorker publishes. You don't have to be a very capable writer to be published in Canada. You just have to edit and revise a few dozen times, obey the editor, and write stuff that is feminist-friendly, pro-gay, politically correct, or obscene. It is apropos that Colapinto's unclean book is titled Undone, since becoming undone is what happened to the prophet Isaiah when he found himself with unclean lips before the holy throne of God. If a saint like Isaiah comes undone before God because of his unclean lips, how undone will a secular author be on Judgment Day who writes unclean stories for the public to consume? Of making many books there is no end, complains Solomon wearily. If a wise man was this weary of books in general and his own books in particular way back then, what would he say about the dirty trash that is being written today? Dissipation is not literature. It's just body imagination put to paper, created for those who don't have enough self-respect and ambition to lift their minds above the level of a gutter. What deserves to be called literature never descends to the level of dissipation, which novels are so full of these days. And dissipation in books appears in more forms than ever before at this time. All forms of dissipation are overrated. Today's novels are overrated. Canadian literature is overrated. The obscene material that HarperCollins publishes is overrated. And HarperCollins itself is overrated. This has been the short version of my puritanical opinion on the moral state of HarperCollins in Canada. You may access the full article that this brief monologue is based on by the link in the description box.